In some parts of the world, it's Eid today, Eid al-Adha, one of the two major holidays in Islam. It also marks the culmination of the Hajj. Muslims are celebrating and offering prayers, including those in Afghanistan. This morning, the top leadership of the Afghan government gathered to pray. They were at the Presidential Palace in Kabul. Afghanistan's President Ghani was leading the Eid Prayers. This is what happened next.
سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
What you just heard was the sound of rockets. They landed and exploded near the Presidential Palace. Thankfully, no one was hurt. But this is a serious escalation. A rocket attack during Eid prayers just before President Ghani was to deliver an address. This is a serious breach too. The rockets landed inside the Green Zone. Now, this is a heavily fortified area, the Green Zone. It is home to the Presidential Palace and several embassies in Kabul. You could say it's one of the most secure zones in all of Afghanistan. And today, it had rockets raining. Reports say terrorists from ISIS were behind the rocket attack. But when Afghan President Ghani stood up to speak today, he did not miss the opportunity to blame the Taliban and Pakistan for the growing violence in his country. Listen to this.
We have the will and determination for peace, and we have also sacrificed for peace. But the Taliban don't have the will and determination for it, so we have to take our decisions accordingly. They fired a couple of rockets and believe that it will force us to leave our prayers. You saw, no one moved. This country cannot be captured with rockets. It can only be won with heart.
This country cannot be captured by rockets, says the president. He's right, perhaps, but as of today, the Taliban has tripled the number of districts it controls. The American withdrawal is more than 95% complete, we are told, and this exit has translated into the Taliban's gain. In April, when America announced the withdrawal, the Taliban had just 73 districts under their control. Today, they claim to control more than 220 districts across Afghanistan. They're on the offensive, and they're aided by Pakistan. President Ghani says it in so many words, in fact. He says that Pakistan is still harboring Taliban terrorists. And Pakistani media is, quote-unquote, campaigning for a Taliban regime in Afghanistan. These are his words. Last week, President Ghani said that more than 10,000 jihadi fighters, as he called them, have entered Afghanistan since June. He said they all came from Pakistan. Now, none of this is new and none of this is a secret. Pakistan is backing the Taliban on the battlefield. There's video proof and more. Earlier this month, the Taliban took control of Spin Boldak. We reported that. Spin Boldak is a major port of entry between Afghanistan and Pakistan. The Taliban took control of it. The Afghans tried to get it back. Guess who stopped them? The Pakistani Air Force. The Afghan vice president has said this. Islamabad, of course, has denied the charge. But how will Pakistan deny these pictures? What you see now are Taliban terrorists being treated at a Pakistani hospital in Chaman. The Taliban crossed the border to Pakistan for medical treatment, and Pakistan provides that help. There is no denying that Pakistan is a safe haven for the Taliban. Reports say the Quetta Shura, that is the Taliban's leadership council, still operates out of Balochistan's capital, Quetta. In fact, Balochistan is quickly becoming a support base for the Taliban. This region shares a border with Afghanistan, and this is where the Taliban's reserve force is based. One report says dozens of terrorists sent from here to Afghanistan have died in the fighting. This is from last month. And it's not just the terrorists. Their families too are finding refuge in Pakistan. Last month, the Interior Minister of Pakistan revealed that these families still live inside Pakistani territory. The Pakistan government is helping the Taliban. The Pakistan army is helping the Taliban. Pakistani terror groups too are helping the Taliban. In the month of June, a United Nations assessment found that the Taliban is yet to cut its ties with the Al-Qaeda. Now, Al-Qaeda terrorists are believed to be active in the border areas along the Pak-Afghan border. Is all of this possible without state sanction? Pakistanis say that they're supporting the peace effort. But Pakistan is only fueling this war, supporting the Taliban's violent takeover of a country. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.